I listened to this new Nas album. And you know, one of the introduction tracks to this new Nas album was that EPMD and Eminem feature that he had on there. What's the name of that, Jones? I'm about to pull it up for you right now as we talk about this. You know, but Nas definitely dropped a new album, you know, King's Disease 2. King's Disease 1 was all right. I'm not even going to front. See, the thing about Nas, when it comes to Nas music, you automatically got to put yourself into a certain type of understanding of his message. Nas is going to drop a message. He's going to give you an understanding. He's going to try to keep it culturally relevant to an extent. He's going to try to keep it culturally relevant to an extent, but Nas, one thing I can say about Nas is that I joked with my best friend the other day. I was like, I was done with Nas since the I Am album. But realistically, I can understand a Nas fan, a person being a Nas fan, because Nas himself he stays true to him. He never wavers. He doesn't feel like he needs to concede and get all trendy with his music and stuff like that. This album right here in particular, I like the route that he went with, allowing Hit Boy to be the only producer on there. Like, Hit Boy produced the whole album, and I thought that was pretty a cool perspective just to get, because a lot of times when you're doing music and you're creating an album and you're putting it out there to the masses, you want to be able to like create you want your persona to come across on other people's art. See, this is one thing that how I look at hip hop. See, the beat maker is a part of the art. It's an abstract type of approach, but at the end we get a fine art piece. And when you go out and you create an album and you go out and you seek producers, you try to get certain producers in your mind that you feel like that's going to fit to this piece of art that you're trying to put together. So a lot of times our artists will go out there, they'll have like a main producer on the album that you will, you know, constantly hear certain tracks that they're produced by. But you get some people that get very creative. They'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 different producers on there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the artists themselves are the producer. So I'm just trying to give you a different perspective and an understanding of when it comes to actually creating an album. Artists sit back and they really have to think about this as, you know, it's a masterpiece for them. You know, this is your art that you put out there, regardless of how you may see it as a fan, if you're just a listener. But these are certain things that artists that they have to take into consideration. But Nas is just another level of artist to where he's been doing it since he was 16, and his message has stayed true since he was 16 all the way now to Nas is almost 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you listen to his music, this King's Disease 2, I try to go into his music with a perspective and an understanding that, okay, this is Nas. He gonna give me some substance. He gonna try to keep it relevant. But you got to listen to the deeper message and to just understand it's like fine wine. It's like, you know, alcohol. Let's relate it to that. You got alcohol, you got your liquor, your hard liquor. Do you have wine? They both are alcohol, have alcohol inside of them, contained in them. But one has a little bit more alcohol than the other one. But the type of drunk or the high, however you want to call it, that you get from it, it's always going to be a different type of drunk. It's not going to be like wine should get you that, unless you're just a wino and when you're just gulping down wine. But if you have a nice glass or two of wine, you should have like this nice, mellow, calm, smooth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with Nas. Nas is that glass of wine. You drink a nice glass of wine or two and you like, yeah, listen to the message. You get a good message, you get a good beat, and you get you can feel his ambiance in the studio. That's why I said him doing it with just Hitmaker alone really makes this something interesting. And I can understand why a lot of people like this album because of the feel. When you're able to lock into the studio, Hitmaker shares a story about him and Nas locked in. It was just me and him. You know what I'm saying? No. He said, Hitmaker said, I'm used to going to studios, you know, dudes come in there 4 or 5 of 8 mans, the other artists bringing in other features, all this. Nah, he said, with me and Nas, it was just me and him, and we locked in and we did our thing. Nothing crazy, no crazy publicity or nothing. We put together a masterpiece. So you can actually, when you listen to this album, you can actually feel and hear the collaboration, the essence of that collaboration between Nas and Hit Boy. So for the most part, I like this. You know what I'm saying? I've listened to about 4 or 5 tracks. on it. Like I said, I go into it with the understanding of it being Nas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm drinking a glass of fine wine. One of the tracks I like that 40 slide. Rare is one of the tracks that I stopped on. So I haven't even been able to go through the whole album, but I can tell that the production already from the first 5 tracks has already been like, you know, pristine, good. You could definitely hear the collaboration, the essence of that, like I said before. So go check it out, man. King's Disease 2. Nas definitely did his thing. I appreciate it, Nas. Continue to bless the people, man, with good music, bro. All right, man. It's your boy Marlon Brandon. I'm out. Peace.